Hello there, mysterious person behind the screen, and welcome to my review of Kill the Moon. Now, first of all, I hope you like this new sort of camera angle. It's something that I'm just experimenting. It might not be for all videos now, but I think, so far, I think it looks pretty good. I got my Sonics ready to film this review. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So let's start off. I think this is a quite well received episode by many fans, and I really enjoyed it as well. I think, like I said last week, I think the series is definitely going uphill now. There are a few quite bad episodes in the first half of the series, but now that we're properly in the second half of the series, I think we're getting some really good cracker episodes now. They've been so good. The Caretaker's been good. This was amazing. It's just the series is really going uphill now, which is always good. The pre-title sequence was a little teaser of what's to come, as Clara was talking to the guy down on Earth about about the decision that they have to make, which is, of course, later in the episode. It was a very, very short pre-credit sequence. Let me just say, it was very, very short. It was the shortest we've had in a while, and it was only a teaser of what's to come, which I think it could have been made into a prequel, maybe. It could, because you know how they used to do with, like, Series 6? They could have put a prequel on the website and had that as the prequel. That's just a general suggestion. I'm not saying that they should have done that, but it's just a little general suggestion. Just a quick little interlude. This episode was written by newcomer Peter Harness, and he should definitely come back. His writing for this episode was just stellar. He really had a good grasp over the characters that he wanted to create, and overall, his writing was really great. They should bring him back for Series 9, I think, because he's not writing any more episodes this series from, the episode lists and stuff. But they should definitely bring him back for Series 9. Of course, the episode started proper with the reason why they went to the moon, because the Doctor told Courtney she wasn't special, and she cared, I guess. This was really out of character for her. We didn't see her care about anything like that last episode. Why should she care this episode? It's a bit out of character. I don't think I've seen anyone mention this in their reviews. It was very out of character for her. Because like last episode, I don't believe that she would have reacted like that. Like, there is a line in there that says, she says, "It's like a big hole in my life." Where did that come from? It was just out of the blue, I think. Speaking of Courtney, I found her quite annoying in this episode, strangely. Last episode I sort of found her, a good little comic relief character that could, like, square up with the Doctor and have, a bit of a laugh. But this episode, I think she was just annoying, posting the things to Tumblr and just talking about chickens and laying eggs and stuff. I thought it was really annoying. So when the Doctor, Courtney and Clara got onto the moon base, we met our side characters. The leader, played by Hermione Norris, I think her name is, played just an idiot, basically. For want of a better word, she just played a heartless idiot. She was just completely, I just wanted her to die. There were many more, like Duke. He could have survived, and then she could have died, and Duke could have been the one that was there with Courtney and Clara. But no, it had to be... I don't even remember her name. I rewatched this morning, and I don't even remember her name. It was just... I hated her character. I know that was probably the point, but I just hated her. And when I say I like Peter Harness's writing, and I say he has a good grasp over the characters he wants to create, if this was done on purpose, then yes, he successfully pulled off writing her as an idiot, definitely. Concept for this episode. Let's talk about this a second. some people said that it was a really silly concept and would not be out of place in a parody of Doctor Who. But I think it was interesting, to say the least. I'm not here to attack it. I think it was a good concept, and I think it was really strange because we've never really had anything like that before. I mean, the revelation that the moon was an egg was surprising, to say the least. It wasn't. I didn't see it coming or anything, so it was surprising. Yeah, sure, but I think it was slightly silly, but you can forgive it because it was quite a good concept. We were promised a game changer, quote marks, for this episode, and the game changer is basically the Doctor goes away and leaves Clara and Courtney and the idiot leader to decide. While that isn't really much of a game changer, is it? I mean, yeah, it was shocking of the Doctor to do that, and a lot of people are criticising it, saying the Doctor was out of character. But, I mean, was that really a game changer? I'm not really sure what the definition of that is. I mean, it wasn't really what we were promised. But speaking of people getting angry over it, well, the Doctor's acted out of character all through this series. I mean, one example, in Into the Dalek, he made Ross take that pill when he knew that Ross was going to die, and then just to save the group. And that was part of Peter Capaldi's Doctor's character. That is his character now. That is what his Doctor's going to be like. Like David Tennant and Matt Smith, they were like the light-hearted and funny Doctors. They were the silly Doctors, if you prefer, and that was their character. And Peter Capaldi's character is obviously going to be like this, and that's what people are just failing to understand. The Doctor can regenerate, and his personality can change too, guys. The monsters for these episodes, the giant spider things, the germs, I think they were really, really good. From the trailer, I thought they were going to be bigger. Like, I thought because there was a shot where the spider was crawling up, and it's the very first shot we get in the episode. That makes it look like it's as big as this room. But they weren't. They were like that big. Which isn't that big when you see other giant spiders on TV and movies and stuff. I thought they were going to be bigger, but that's not to take anything away from them. They were threatening. I mean, I can easily see little kids getting frightened over that. My dad he's really frightened of spiders, and he was pretty scared over them. So I guess they were pretty threatening. I'm not criticising them. They were pretty good. Good monsters. Going back to the moon is an egg thing. My friend, actually, he doesn't watch Doctor Who at all. He was flicking and he just saw it and he thought he'd watch it. He thought he would watch it, and he said that he loved the concept. So it's obviously, it can sit well with casual viewers, because he doesn't watch it. He does not watch it. He just randomly saw it and thought that he'd watch it because there was nothing else on. So it obviously does sit well. So I really do like the concept. I'm just saying I do agree with people and I don't when they say it's silly. I'm sort of on the 50-50 bench. And enter Clara's character for this episode. Oh my god, I do not like her. I do not like Clara this series at all. Just Series 7, she was a cardboard cutout of a human being, but at least she was bearable. Now that Stephen Moffat has given her a personality, she's just... it annoys me so much. I'm glad she's not in it next week's episode, which is good. It'll be nice to see Peter Capaldi on his own without a companion, because let's be fair, she's been almost bullying him. He needs to stand up to her, because it's just like a human school teacher bullying a 2,000-year-old Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey with 2 hearts. I just don't like her character this series. The ending, yeah, now that she's gone for an episode or two, that'll be a really, really nice change. It won't be Clara Who, but my biggest fear is that after that, will that be just Clara's episode after that then? Will that be an episode focused entirely on Clara? Will it turn properly into Clara Who, the episode that she returns in? I hope it doesn't, because I think next week is going to be so good, seeing Peter Capaldi on his own, without a companion, on his own, like a single Doctor adventure. I can't wait for next week's episode, but for this week's episode, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. An absolute cracker of an episode, and just, anyone who doubts that this series has been really bad so far, just watch this episode. It is so good, you won't believe it. Just watch it, okay? I haven't highlighted many positives in this review. I've mainly focused on the negatives, but I'm going to rattle off some positives right now, just so you can see. Come on. The monsters in this episode were stellar. The characters were amazingly well realised by Peter Harness. It was an interesting concept that will sit well with casual viewers. Clara left at the end. There we go. That's 4 positives right off the bat. 4. So just go watch this episode if you haven't seen it. Or if you've been away from Doctor Who for a while. I had a friend, I have a friend, he kind of he stopped watching it because he said that Peter Capaldi let him down and he stopped watching it. But I think I need to try and coax him to watch this episode, or The Caretaker, or just some of the episodes from the second half so far. But yeah, that's all from me. I'll see you in my next video, guys. It will be a DVD review of Inferno. So really look forward to that. I'll see you then. Bye.